Chase Hooper against Felipe Colares. Now Chase is he's almost there, isn't he?
Yeah.
I just feel like he could do with being put back in the oven for another couple of years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's just like he's 6'1" and 22 years old. He just doesn't have that kind of physicality that I feel like he needs in this division. Like there's some monsters at featherweight, some guys that are really physically capable, and Colares doesn't really move backwards. You know, I mean, he's is it Gutierrez he fought in his last fight?
Yeah,
just
really put it on him.
Yeah, really put it on him. Constantly moving forward, comfortable switching stances as well, and was hammering kicks in. I feel like he's gonna be physically the more imposing of the two. I mean, I think if it hits the floor, of course, Chase is, that's where his skills show through. But I could quite easily see him getting just kind of walked down and beaten up a little bit, bullied a bit.
Yeah. See, when the was it David Tamor Chase fought?
Mm.
Yeah, that was in his debut, and I thought every time I've seen Chase, there is that element of like he doesn't look as physical or as strong, but he's got that kind of wiry. He's just got the length that he can just like wrap people up. And the Tamor finish was really good. Like the way he transitions from like back to like top position to top mount, and then he was like laying the ground and pounding. I thought he didn't look like he lacked strength.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if he's able to get in the range where he can use his technique, his lack of strength doesn't show through quite as much. But I think whenever he's put in a bad position, then his opponent physically looks far more dominant. I mean, against Peterson, he was able to put him in bad positions. He was able to threaten him with things, but Peterson is just his toughness, his durability. I mean, Peterson coming into that one was 18-9, just like loads of experience. He was a tough individual. He wasn't going to go away. I feel like he's got the same kind of problem with Colares, and I don't know whether the UFC is trying to test him to see whether he's ready or not for this level. But, I mean, Colares, he may just walk him down and get wrapped up, as you said, and get subbed, but he may also be able to bully Chase Hooper.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because I've not seen Chase since, because he last fought almost a year ago now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So he might have put on a bit of size, maybe in the gym, or just built up his strength a little bit.
Potentially. I mean, he's only, 22?
Yeah.
22. I mean, he's in the next few years, he's going to, if he keeps training and he doesn't get discouraged, he'll grow into quite a dangerous individual, I think. But it just at the moment, he just looks like you just shove him over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. So Colares is 5 years older than him. But he is shorter. He has got a shorter reach as well. So I mean that the benefit here is that Colares has got to get close to him to hit him, which suits Chase Hooper if he wants to get his hands on him, which is the most likely thing to do. So 10-2-1 for Chase, 10-3 for Colares, 6-1 for Chase Hooper, 5'8" for Colares. So a decent height advantage as well as a 5-inch in reach as well. And Chase being southpaw might just be problematic for him as well. But his takedown stats not wonderful. 18% accuracy, but then 2.2 submission average per 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I want to pick Chase because I can see them building him into into a real prospect. I just don't know. I just can't count Colares out. The way he fought his last fight, the way he just walked Gutierrez down. I mean, it was a split decision.
Yeah, it was those like body kicks as well that he was throwing, like really powerful. If he catches Chase with a couple of them, he might be able to just cripple him.
Even if he's kicking him on the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Which way are you going on that one?
I picked Chase.
Did you?
Yeah, I feel like he might. I can just see him getting a sub him. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go Chase. We'll go Chase on that one. But I want him to get to that stage where he looks like he's not going to be bullied anymore.
Yeah.
Like he reminds me a little bit of Wonder Boy in his like he's like in his mannerisms and stuff. He's very kind of like. He's very kind. He's not a brute like Wonder Boy's not a brute, but you wouldn't feel like you could bully Wonder Boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Whereas I just feel like Chase he could do with like a couple more years, like 3 more years of developing, not to get rushed too much. Keep him down the bottom on the prelims, or even just, I mean, if he loses this one, I'd maybe think about releasing him. It's a shame that the UFC don't have a good partnership with another organization where they can kind of pass guys down to.
Yeah.
Because they've always got this, everyone moves up from Cage Warriors or from LFA or wherever else, but there's not an organization where the UFC can go, okay, you need like 3 fights, go to this organization and they'll match you accordingly, and then we'll sign you if you pick up 3 wins. Like they just kind of, this is why like they sometimes keep fighters longer than they should, because they don't want to release him, because then Chase signs to Bellator and he's the name that UFC wanted, and then he gets smashed by a couple of other guys. Like if they could develop a relationship with Cage Warriors that works both ways, or like LFA would be a good one, or whoever, CFFC is the other one that's on Fight Pass all the time. Like they could go, okay, go and get 2 fights, go and take 6 months or 12 months and get a bit of experience and grow a little bit, age a little bit, and then we'll sign you back when you're more ready. That'd be a smart thing to do. And I think Chase is one of those guys. I mean, they could have done the same to Sean O'Malley, but he was such a crowd draw that,
Was it like, the Contender Series? Obviously, that's only over a certain amount, and they only probably have like 1, maybe 2 fights before they get into the UFC. Maybe if they just use that as like a season-long thing, and they just put a pool of fighters in there, and then whoever comes out on top afterwards, the next season they go into.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. Yeah, that'd be ideal.
Because then they get like 4, maybe like 3 or 4 fights against like good competitors that are coming up as well,
Yeah, but guys that are not ready to kind of make a run for the top 15.
They can kind of grow together almost, but then the best just make their way in.
Yeah. Interestingly, these two, so Chase and Colares are ranked on the Tapology ranking system, which includes everybody. They're ranked 84 and 85.
All right. Okay.
Although Colares is ranked at bantamweight, so is he moving up for this fight? That might swing things a little bit in... he is. His last one was at bantamweight.
Right, okay.
Although, no, he beat Luke Sanders at featherweight. So he might be just a bit between. So lost to Montel Jackson at bantamweight, beat Domingo Pilate at bantamweight. So he's had a couple of featherweight fights. He fought Geraldo de Freitas at featherweight in his debut as well. Okay, so maybe he's returning to... He had a bunch of featherweight fights in his before he joined the UFC. Then he fought de Freitas at featherweight and lost. Then he went down to bantamweight and beat Pilate by split decision. Stayed at bantamweight and lost to Montel Jackson, went back up to featherweight, beat Luke Sanders, and then went back down to bantamweight to fight Chris Gutierrez.
Yeah, he might have that power though.
Yeah.
Because he did look, I mean, even against Sanders, he looked quite big, and that was at featherweight.
Yeah. Sanders is really short though, isn't he? Sanders,
really compact short.
Yeah. He reminds me of Rorschach off Watchmen.
Oh, yeah.
Watchmen.
Yeah.
I don't know what actor he plays in, but Luke Sanders looks just like him.
Yeah.
I mean, that might change things a bit. Maybe taking out some of that weight cut, because if he's losing decisions at bantamweight, it might be because he's not physically able to keep up a pace at that. But against Chase Hooper at featherweight, he might be able to. We'll go Chase.
Yeah,
we'll go Chase. We'll keep our prelim pick as Chase, but yeah, it could be a rough one for him, I think.